to see you this morning, and I did.
Well,
See what?
See each other, like, in the morning.
So,
Because he sometimes
this is an outbreak, Rudy. We are all businessmen right now.
Okay.
Oh crap, disrespect.
So we got an email yesterday, and your mom and I were talking about it, and I talked to Allison about it too.
Wait, does that say
It's not.
Mr. and Mrs.?
I know, Mr. and Mrs.
Woo!
The first email correspondence from the principal. Okay. So this is not bad, okay? And it's not about school starting right now because we don't know when it's gonna.
My principal's
Start up in the
nice.
next month or
Jesus
so.
Christ.
All right.
Claire.
Dear Mr. and Mrs.
Jesus.
Diedrich, thank you for doing your very best to keep your kids safe at home and away from COVID-19. Mr. Santola and I have been speaking extensively together about what we want from each household. Moving into a post-coronavirus world, your family has been selected for a unique opportunity. There are only 4 dozen families in Greece and Spencerport. Hey, where'd you go?
I'm sorry.
Being asked.
I'm trying to make my lunch.
Being asked to join this newly created educational program, codenamed AF2020. As you know, New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo has put a restriction on non-essential staff and students to stay at home until mid-April. This leads to massive amounts of repetitive schoolwork needed to be done when we finally resume in late April or beginning of May. They're hinting at when.
I know, that's really scary.
This being the case, we have decided to give you the choice to elect for each of your children to have all-day school for the entire summer of 2020. Beginning Monday, June 29th, and ending Friday, August 29th, your children will be able to study 8 hours a day at a different facility, the former mental rehabilitation facility, Terrence Tower, adjacent to Monroe County Correctional Facility in downtown Rochester.
No, we're not wasting our summer to go to school.
Yes, you are. I watched a thing on NPR, or I listened to it when I was in the shower. Yes, you are.
To make up for lost time, we'll ensure staff's available Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Sundays will be the exception, of course. Busing will be available starting at 9 a.m. and dropping off your children at 5 p.m., just in time for dinner and homework at home. This additional staffing done by our joint school systems is not fully funded. You'll need additional monetary support from each family. The cost is $100 per child per month, which is kind of a sticking point.
It's really, we're like down 25% for our income.
We have to go to school on Saturday.
We understand that these are unprecedented times, but education is the backbone of the future U.S. economy. Please support your children's future in this time of crisis. Sincerely yours, Mr. Anthony Reality, Greece Brookside Principal, Mr. Jim Santola, Spencerport Cosgrove Middle School Principal. And they copied Allison and Penny. I don't think it's bad. I know it sounds bad.
It's horrible. We have to go to school on Saturday in the
We
summer.
don't get a lot of time in the year to officially say, hey, it's really warm out and we don't have a lot
It looks
of
like a
time
prison,
off.
Dad.
It
looks like
does
it looks
not
like
look like a prison.
It
It
does
does look like a prison.
It does.
It looks nice.
It
It's
looks
big.
like a...
You guys, maybe you can have lunch on the terrace up there at the top. It is a nice view.
Who
It will
wants to
fall off the
Who wants to
building?
spend their whole summer and
So
Saturdays
you're saying
in
that
school?
only 4 dozen families were chosen for this?
That's what Mr. Reality and Santola
Why don't
said.
we just throw this?
No!
Say that we
Gavin, no!
What do they expect? Are we like...
So you want us to go to
You
school?
They
want
don't
us
have
to
that many
go?
resources. They can't have that many teachers all summer. Teachers have things that they do. They have other jobs and
that,
stuff.
like, I was listening to NPR and, like, they're liking this to, like, the Ebola crisis, and it's really important that you guys have the socialization.
Which Ebola?
It's
That's
another
the
really
previous bad virus.
It's like, guys,
But listen, this is what I was thinking. I don't want to take all the money that we have because we got to buy food and stuff.
well,
we-
and then too, we don't know, like we just don't know. Like, I was listening, people are really scared about their mortgages. If we can pay our mortgage, we gotta save every.
We'll be all right. But this is $100 per kid, so that's $400, but it's per month, so that's
Per month?
$800. So I was thinking we could probably use. We have $831 in Abbott, Apple, Marathon, and Vodafone, so we could probably use like maybe half of that.
You want to sell our stocks?
It's for education.
I'm not selling my stock.
I'm not
I am
selling
not
my
selling
stock.
my stock. It's good.
We put money in that so we
We're
can.
having a rebellion, Angela.
Guys,
We put
the
money
stocks-
in the stocks so we can
But
have
I've
money.
never used my stocks
We
until
put
5
money in
years
the
old.
stocks to have money for the future. We're not
This
going
is
to
your
use it.
This
future.
is your future.
You know-
And guys, the stocks have gone to, I'm sorry to say it because of the stock market, they're not really worth much, so we might as well,
Get rid of it.
while we can, and then save.
But
what we
that's
can,
our
guys.
money. We can
Guys.
decide with our money.
I'm sorry, guys, this is executive decision.